as we move up to the start now of the Wyfold Challenge Cup. In the Bark Station on the left-hand side, Cambridge 99 Rowing Club. And on the right-hand side of your screen in the Buck Station, it's HSBC Rowing Club.
Cambridge 99 seem to have got a bit of a steal on the start there and really have moved out already to maybe 6 feet. And there's a bit of a steering issue there with the HSBC crew.
And it's really tough in these coxless events, particularly at this section of the race. We know that the stream pushes the boats out into the middle from that Buck Station.
And it's also, you have very little reference, because on the left you have the island, on the right you have the buoys, and you don't really have a sense of the booms, and then suddenly you row yourself into the booms and it gets really narrow. Yeah, the crews are very close to each other, but 99's 3/4 of the length up. Really still strong on the rate, so let's see who can transition properly. Still a long way to go.
Yeah, at this point we know how tricky the conditions are. It's about just getting settled into the rhythm, just trying not really to catch any of that water with a bit of a roll, bit of wind. It's really tough conditions out there, especially in a coxless fall.
Yeah, and the 99 seem to be extending the lead now that we're back on some live coverage, and crew there moving quite nicely. We heard some news today that the two-man from the Cambridge 99 crew, Nicholas Thorne, it's actually his wedding anniversary, and he got up nice and early this morning to give his wife some flowers before coming out here and racing, and doing a really good job there. Clear water up by the looks of it, and really committed to try and finish this race off. Yeah, here we can see more clearly the HSBC crew does seem to be quite a distance down now, but 99's really not backing off at all. We saw how efficient the Oslo crew looked. This crew is still racing hard.
Yeah, this four from Cambridge 99 Rowing Club came second in Tier 2 fours at the Marlow Regatta. So they have had a little bit of time together before coming into this event. Obviously, for many of the British clubs, Henley is the pinnacle for the season. It's the peak, and obviously it works a little bit differently with the visiting crews generally coming over, but certainly the prestige of this event is known globally.
It is. I mean, Cambridge 99 is a club that's well over 100 years old, and I don't think they've ever won an event at the regatta. So it really means a lot to these crews, and these people have full-time jobs, and they're training 10, 12 times a week to try and come and race.
Yes, as we've said a few times, the standard just to get here to the first day of the regatta this year has been very high. But the Cambridge 99 crew are handling some tough conditions really well. You can see that roll in the water from the boat wash, and also the bit of breeze here this afternoon.
Yeah, and they're definitely not taking anything for granted here. They really are still committing, making sure they are going to win this race. What a great race it will be for them to come back tomorrow. And behind the HSBC crew there, just looks a little bit like they're not coping with the water quite so well, maybe finding it more tricky in these conditions.
And we can see there the Cambridge 99 crew on screen. It's a great shot, looking very central.
Yeah, they're very quiet with their bodies, they're not moving around at all, are they?
No, that's right. Really wanting to stay central in the boat when the water's rolling around as much as it is. It's about sitting heavy on the seat and just trying not to wobble around too much. Keep that platform as level as you can. Look after your teammates. It's so hard with just one oar each.
Yeah, you can't just control all the balance yourself, can you? And also, sometimes you have to row a little bit shorter, don't you, in these conditions, just to make sure that the boat is stable and you know where the water is.
That's right. The key is to have nice clean strokes and really to get to the end of the race in the best shape possible to make as fewer mistakes as you can. Quite often in tricky conditions, it's the crew that makes the least amount of mistakes that will be the one who gets there first.
And a great view for them just coming up to the finish line, Cambridge 99s.
So they cross the line in the Wyfold Challenge Cup. It's Cambridge 99 Rowing Club over HSBC Rowing Club.